One of the things, I've lost my grandparents, of course, but the memories of being a child and of them, I still think of them today,
Hmm.
and remember the good times. What do you think, in your mind, when your granddad is gone? What things will you think about, remember about him?
Yeah, I'm gonna always remember that he's like one of the most outgoing people that I've ever met. Nothing really like kind of phases him or like stops him. He just kind of like keeps going no matter what the situation is, um, and like probably that like I think he put in like a kind of like an impression on me, or sorry, not that word, but like he kind of puts like something on me, to like never stop or like never give up, because my grandfather is like always like kept going and like just never stopped. He's just a really outgoing person.
You said he was a little bit strict with you. Do you think he's been more concerned about where you're going?
Hmm. Like school, he's been strict with me for. Like he doesn't want me like screwing around and stuff, and like it's all in like it's good, I guess. Like he's looking for my best interest. Um, but yeah, like he's been kind of strict in like the past, but it's because he wants me to like succeed and stuff, right?
And I just heard that. Do you think part of the fact that you want to succeed, you're looking for a career, does he have anything to do with that at all? That you.
Um, Not really. Like I want to be a firefighter, so like not really. I don't know.
Okay, so let me ask you this. How will your. This might be difficult, but how would your grandfather influence you once you are a firefighter? Do you think it's.
Like maybe that like don't stop mentality.
I
Like
want you to start with saying, I want to be a firefighter, but my grandfather. I'll remember what my grandfather always said. So if you can. So I want to be a firefighter, and my grandfather would influence me. Whatever.
influence me like how? Like what do you mean?
Well, would you would as a firefighter, your grandfather has always said never give up.
I guess, and like kind of like just have that like outgoing like mentality. I guess is just like don't stop. Like do what you want. I guess. Like I don't know like too much like to say. Like he just kind of like he's just like one of the most outgoing people. I guess. Like so, do you want me to like say that or?
Yeah, yeah. Let me ask you this question: what are some of the words that come to mind when you think of your grandfather? You said strict. Are there any other sort of loving words that come to your mind?
I mean, he doesn't show a lot of emotion, but I know he cares like inside. Like he's a caring person. He uh, he really loves his family. Like family comes first always. And like that's one of the biggest things is family comes first, and like we've always came first to him.
And is that something you'll carry into your family? Do you think?
Yeah, because like I've always like I've had problems in my life, and like my family's always helped me out. So like if my sorry about that.
It's okay.
If like my family like my family's always helped me out, so like obviously if like they helped me out, like they deserve to be like the first in my life. So like family should always come first, and like I think I can carry that on from my grandfather for sure.
Let me just ask. Can you think of a funny story about your grandfather? Something funny.
Yeah, like I kind of remember it, but I kind of don't remember it. Me and my like mom went over to my nanny and granddad's house, and like we had dinner there. I guess my mom was giving granddad and nanny a haircut or something, um, and like we had dinner, and I didn't want to eat my like broccoli and like my carrots, so he was like telling me like stuff like you can have night vision or something if you eat your carrots and broccoli and stuff, and like this like I've always remembered. I don't know if he remembers it because it was a long time ago. It was like 12 years ago almost. But like I know I remember it, and I know my mom remembers it. I haven't really ever brought it up, but that's like been like a really like memorable story that's been there for a long time.
And how are you feeling right now, knowing that your grandfather is sick?
I mean, like, I've heard a lot of things he's said to, like, other people. I mean, he says, like, he's lived, like, a really healthy life. Obviously, he was, like, on the treadmill every day before, like, this happened. And he's seen, like, a lot of his friends go, like, painfully and stuff. And he's just grateful that he has, like, a really good life. And I'm, like, grateful that he had, like, such a long, healthy life. And yeah, I guess that's it.
Because your dad's a cancer survivor.
Yeah, my dad's a cancer survivor.
Has this been hard on your dad?
I'm just gonna turn my ringer off just in case. On my dad, yeah, it's been really hard on my dad. My dad came to me, he picked me up one day, and he was just crying, and he's like, I'm gonna lose my dad and stuff, and I said to him, I was like, I mean, like, when you went through cancer, like, I thought I was gonna lose my dad. Like, I know where you're coming from. Like, I was, like, almost positive my dad was gonna die, so I know where he's coming from. I mean, my dad's just always in tears now, knowing that he's gonna lose his father, but he's trying to stay strong for my dad. I mean, like, it's really sad. Like, me growing up with Granddad, I always, like, thought he was, like, Superman almost. Like, what 80-year-old, like, runs on the treadmill or, like, anything like that. Like, he's, like, the most healthiest, like, older person I know, I guess. And I don't know.
Just one more question. You're very good, Branden, at talking. What is the most, what will you remember him? I've asked you this, but I'm just going to get it again. What have you learned from your granddad the most? If you can take one lesson that you've learned from Alan, what would it be?
Definitely the outgoing part. Like, I know he's, like, the most outgoing person, and he's told me this time and time again, like, if he had, like, a better, like, education, he'd be running the country and stuff, because he's so outgoing, and, like, with the education he has, he's already, like, he's pretty big. Like, everybody knows him, and kinda in Streetsville and, like, in Mississauga. So, like the outgoing part for sure. Like, I always know, like, he's got that can't stop, like, won't stop mentality. And, like, I hope I can carry that on, like, and I hope, like, I can have that go with me. I mean, it's sad that he's, like, leaving us. I mean, like, I just hope, like, I can carry that on, I guess.
Okay. That's great. Just to continue what you were.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So start from the beginning?
Yeah.
When, like, my father had cancer, I was, like, really, like, I was positive he was gonna die, and, like, it didn't look good. So, like, I understood where he was coming from, and, like, I don't really show emotion too much, but, like, deep down inside I was really sad. And so when my dad came to me that day, crying and, like, bawling his eyes out, like, it made me cry. Seeing my dad cry and, like, knowing what he's going through, because, like, I guess it's just kind of sad knowing that you might lose your dad or something like that. And, like, when I thought I was going to lose my dad, like, it was like the end of the world to me. I missed so much school, like, it was just horrible. I mean, yeah, I love both of them, and I know where my dad's coming from, and it's just really sad, like, seeing my dad cry, because I've never even seen my dad cry too much either, like, ever.